Hello, everybody. Pastor Mike Giannopoulos here from Project Re3, back again with another Ministry Minute. As always, these little videos go out to my colleagues, my fellow pastors, ministers, just giving you some encouragement, some support, let you know that we're all in this together, and also maybe a little bit of a challenge here or there also. The thing I want to talk to you about today, and I have to be completely honest, since this whole shelter in place and churches being closed down, since all that's kind of happened, I've had a bit of a relapse of something I thought I had beaten. Something that was detrimental to me and my ministry a long time ago, and I really thought I'd overcome, but man, it's really reared its ugly head once again. And what I'm talking about is the addiction to numbers. Now, don't say you're not like this, because if you're a pastor, you are, okay? I have never met a minister in my life who at some point in our conversation didn't ask, so how big is your church? How many people come to your worship service? It always comes up. And so for years, that was always front and center in my mind. That is actually at times what I gauged the success of my church and ministry on, was how many people actually came. And so several years ago, maybe 4, 5, 6 years ago, I decided those days were over. I was not going to care about numbers anymore. I was going to kind of let that demon go. And I was just going to enjoy doing church. And whoever showed up, and we were going to share life together and go on this journey together. And it's been wonderful. Now, that brings me to today. Church is not meeting, but every church is doing video, some type of video service. They are doing that. Our church is, your church is. And if you're like me, as soon as you posted your first video, all of a sudden you saw the views going up and up and up. And it didn't take long before you had more views than you actually had people attending your church. I know in my case, the first video we put up had 2,000 views. And honestly, that's about 10 times more people than we have coming to our church. And so it was, it kind of stroked the ego a little bit. And I remember I joked to my wife and I said, forget meeting in church. I've become an overnight televangelist, you know? And so I found myself with every video that was posted, I was always checking, refreshing, seeing how many views we were getting, how many likes we were getting, how many shares we were getting. And then I started having some conversations with some fellow pastors again. And instead of talking about the size of your church, all of a sudden the question came up, man, how many views are you getting? Man, we're getting so many people watching our services now. It's incredible. And man, I started having flashbacks. I don't want to be that guy again because it's unhealthy. Our goal is not to strive for views or likes or shares. Our goal is to present the amazing good news gospel of Jesus, to put it out there. And I know it sounds cliche and churchy, but to trust God with the rest. The success of our ministry, the success of what we're doing online, it truly isn't based in the number of views. In fact, I'll prove it to you. Facebook has this crazy way of counting views that if someone is scrolling through their feed and your video just happens to pop up, if it lingers for at least 3 seconds, then it's considered a view. So for example, you may have 1,500 views on one of your videos. But honestly, 1,450 may be 3 seconds long. So let's not break our arm patting ourselves on the back, right? Let's not even care about it. Let's just keep putting out quality content. Let's just keep promoting the gospel. Keep putting your church out there, letting people know that, hey, when all this shelter in place stuff is over, you have a safe place to come to. You have a place that will provide hope and peace and good news of Jesus. Let's do that. Let's not care about the views. Let's not care about the likes. Let's not get sucked into that pit, because that's exactly what it is. Let's just get led by the gospel, promoting Jesus and making him famous.